today we're talking about the Roman calendar system and how they kept dates on a calendar. It's very much different from ours, but there are some similarities, like the fact that there are 12 months in the year. Yes, you should write all the months of the year down.
Do you have to write all these down?
Yes, please write them down in your notebook. They did, and then Caesar put in one, and then Augustus put in one. So this is like the final result.
Did Caesar put it in himself, or did someone else put it in?
He put it in himself.
And then the next one.
Something like that. There might have been more nuance to that process, but let's just go with that little mythology. Yeah. Jonah, can you stop talking? Did you write them all down? Oh. Thank you, Rachel. Are you almost done? That we can move on?
September.
All right, if you didn't get all of these things written down, you will see this list again a couple times during the presentation, and it'll be in the takeaway at the end. So don't worry if you didn't dot all your I's or cross your T's or anything like that. All right, so what do you notice about the names of the months? You can now do multiple responses in Pear Duct. Type it in, and then you can click underneath where it says add another response. So if you have more than one thing to say. It just enters automatically. Yeah. Okay, let's see your answers. They have similar names to what? Okay, to English. They sound similar to English. They look the same as ours. They have Latin endings. They're the same. All right, let's try this again. Dig deeper this time. Same question. New response. Dig deeper beyond their visual similarities.
Ooh, I am.
Will our responses still show up with the last responses?
No, because I'm asking a new question as far as Pear Duct is concerned. Okay, so they came from Roman leaders or gods. They are not actually neuter. They do go in the same order as our months. All right, they do have endings. Let's take that notion and dig deeper. Look beyond the way the word is spelled and what they might be named for. What kind of words are you looking at? Gesundheit. All right, let's see. Okay. They are adjectives. There you go. That's what we were looking for. They are certainly adjectives. They do have masculine, but they also have first declension endings, which means they could be... What's that? Whoops. Sorry. So they do have first declension endings. They're adjectives. They're masculine. So what else do we have? They're adjectives. All right. We are looking at adjectives, which means that they can have masculine, feminine, and neuter endings. Okay. Let's talk about these months in toto here. So a month was 30 days long, pretty universally. The exceptions to that rule are the months of March, May, July, and October. In our American calendar system, we do have more months that have 31 days. We also have January. We also have August. We also have December. Oh, did I miss any? I think that's it. Nope. So I think those are the only three.
April, June, and those are the ones that, yeah.
Right.
April, June, and November.
Right.
The rest are 31.
Okay. Now, there is a mnemonic device to remember the Roman dates that are long. It's at the end of this slide here. The mnemonic device, it plays on our memory of Julius Caesar. Julius, May, as in may or may not, March, army march, in October. Julius, May, March, in October. Those are the long months. Yes?
And at some point, Augustus take away from 1 month to add more to himself.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so. The thing that makes a long month long is one extra day. Sarah? Not in the Roman calendar. The Roman calendar is 30. It's 29 every 4 years. She's not wrong. Okay, so 30 days is our, sort of standard in general. Now, within each month, here we go, there were 3 named days, but their date names were not Tuesday or Saturday, bless you. Instead, the Romans kept time within their month, Gesundheit, by identifying 3 key days that belonged to each month. What is here is the English version of these 3 special days. The first one is the calends. The second one is the nones. Gesundheit. The third one is the ides. The calends was the special day at the beginning of the month for the first. The nones was the 5th day, and the ides was the 13th day. In a long month, which was a little bit longer, the nones and the ides took place a little bit farther out. So the nones would take place on the 7th, and then the ides would take place on the 15th. Exactly. So we're going to tweak our mnemonic device to help you remember why the long months, the long months are different. So our mnemonic device version 2, Julius, May, March, in October at 7:15. That's right. Before you even get to school in the morning, Julius Caesar has started marching upon the enemy. He is a dedicated, true patriot. So if you can remember this mnemonic, hopefully you'll remember the placement of dates. All right, so let's talk about the special days themselves. They themselves are plural nouns. They are in English, too. When we talk about the Ides, it's the Ides. It's not the Ide, right? The calends also has an S. The nones also has an S. Now, the month serves as an adjective to describe the date. So this is why we talked earlier that that list of months all had adjective forms. If somebody asked you today, what's the date? And you just said the 3rd, someone might not know that we're in March. So they might say the 3rd of what? Right? If your mom tells you, oh, you have a doctor's appointment on the 20th. Well, the 20th of March, 20th of April, it could be any day. Well, I mean, yeah. It's not, because it's technically it doesn't own it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just describing it. Now, in the American dating system, we would write today as March 3rd, 2017. But the European dating system, or basically anywhere outside of our country, they actually do it in the reverse, which technically makes more sense for the adjective-noun relationship. We happen to have Spanish class, or our classroom shares it with Spanish class, and the Spanish teacher writes the date up all the time. So this was her date from yesterday's class. And if you look at the way that they write the date outside our country, it is the 2nd of March, 2017. So it's saying this is the date, this is the noun, this is the descriptor of the noun, and then this is the year. It's pretty logical, right? So now that we've started talking a little bit about the fact that these months serve as adjectives in a date expression, let's figure out, let's see if you can remember what type of adjectives they are. You all have a star on your screen. I would like for you to drag it to one of the first or second declension adjectives. There are several, so spread out your stars. Just drag it to one of the month names that is a first and second declension adjective. Let's see here. Great. So Januarius aum is a first and second. You can tell it from the us aum. Maius, Junius, Julius, and Augustus. These are all first and second. We forgot one, though, or two. Which ones did we forget? Februarius and Martius. Good. So those are also first and second declension adjectives, even though they did not get originally starred by you. Second verse, same as the first. Drag your star to the third declension adjectives. Trace. Duo, uno, unus. There we go. Great. So, Aprilis, you recognize the third declension adjective by is, e. Here it's is, e, but the difference between the nominative and the genitive form is that the e drops out, the stem changes, because in third declension, we're used to stem changers. We did forget one. Which one did we forget? September. Okay. Good. Any questions so far? Okay. Omne states. Brain break. Find a partner.
I love this.
You're going to, just get with your partner. You're doing letter spots. The value of your right shoulder is the letter A. The value of your right ear is the letter B. Your nose is the letter C. Your left ear is the letter D. Your left shoulder is the letter B. E, excuse me. You're going to stand in front of your partner. You're going to touch 3 or 4 places on your own self, and your partner has to guess the word that you just spelled.
Are you so bad?
I'll go. No.
Oh, say that. What? Yeah. Nice job saying it out loud.
What are you pointing to? That? Yeah.
That. Wait. That. Oh. No. That.
The other way.
Oh. Sorry.
Omne sedete. Okay, since we've been talking about dictionary forms, now we're going to talk about the special days themselves. If you look them up in the dictionary, they appear like this. Calendai, calendarum, feminine. The calends is the definition. Nonai, nonarum, feminine. Idus, iduum, feminine. So you'll notice that all three are feminine and all three are plural in their dictionary entries. All right. The days themselves, as we talked about, are nouns. So what I would like for you to do on this slide is to draw in the number of the declension of each of these three nouns. Each noun has a declension or a family based on its endings. So I'd like for you to draw in the number of the declension that each of these nouns belongs to. All right. 1, 1, and 4 are your correct answer. That AE and arum are first declension endings, and then idus, iduum are fourth declension endings. Kudos to those of you who got the fourth declension. That's a harder one. In a dictionary entry, it'll all have the same declension instead of having different declensions with it. So 1, 1, and 4 is what we were looking for. Okay, so let's talk about writing date expressions. Now that we know a little bit about the words that we're using. When you are on the date itself, you're going to use ablative case. This might not be much of a stretch because if you hear the word on as a preposition, what case do you think of anyway? Ablative, exactly. So you have January 1st, this is, by way of example for you, is represented as calendis Januariis. January 5th, the other special day, nonis Januariis. Ablative plural for everything here. January 13th is the idibus Januariis, so it is also ablative plural. Okay, your turn. I want you to write out February 1st using the model that we just gave examples of. All right, another new feature of Pear Deck, grid layout. Calendis Februariis is exactly what we were looking for there. Calendis, and then February also has an I as part of the stem and as part of the ablative ending. These are going to be ablative singular, so kudos for getting the ablative part, but we do want to make sure that it's a plural form. Calendis Februariis. Good. And then again, note that the day itself is the noun. So just like common Latin tradition, it's the noun and then the adjective. All right. Your turn again. February 5th. Nonis Februariis is correct. In the future, we're going to just flip it so that it's Nonis Februariis, but everyone else is on target. This might just be a typo because the I is definitely next to the U, but there would be no U because it's ablative plural. And then this one needs an extra I because there's an I as part of the stem, and then an I as part of the ending too. And finally, let's try February 13th. Rachel, you're welcome to leave whenever you have to. Okay, you can just go. Okay. All right, the 13th are the Ides. So we want idibus Februariis. This one just needs an extra R, which is such a weird R, I know. This should be fourth declension ablative plural, which is an ibus ending. So idibus Februariis is what we're going for here. Idibus Februariis. All right. I do. All right. Whew. Well, 3 special days. We're done, right? Why not? There are more than 3 days in a month, folks. Yes, how many days are there in a month? 30, except in the long months when there's 31. Yes. Let's talk about the other 27. All the other days in a month are simply counting up to the next special day. As soon as we are done with the calends, no one cares about the calends anymore. We're looking forward to the knowns. Once the knowns are over, forget about it. We're looking forward to the Ides. And once the Ides are over, we are turning our face forward and looking toward the calends of the next month. Forget about our current month.
So if it's like the 14th, you would say the amount of days until the first of the next month?
Precisely.
If it's like You have to like
20th, like let's say it's like the 20th of like February.
Yeah.
Do you write? Do you put March in?
Yep.
Even if it's February.
Correct.
Oh.
Correct. Because after the 13th or 15th, we don't care about the current month we're in. We're going forward.
So if the month is next to it, it doesn't necessarily mean it's that month. Like if the month.
Potentially, yeah.
Isn't that only with
Okay.
the calendars? Wait, so
It's only with the calends, yeah.
what's today? Today is
We're getting there. Don't worry. Don't worry.
17. Oh, we have.
All right.
5
So
days. 5 days.
if we are counting up toward the next date, what preposition is toward? Odd. So what case are we going to use if we're going towards something? Accusative. We have two ways of doing accusative expressions. The first one features a little word called prettier. And prettier very specifically means the day before. Not 3 days before, not 10 days before, but the actual just day before.
So like, you are basically, kind of, right? Because the day
I guess.
Like, ooh, day can.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's the same philosophy. I get that. You can imagine that prettier is kind of like a preposition, where the words that follow prettier have to be accusative. So if I give you the expression of prettier calendas februarius, we're talking about the day before the calends of February. What's the day before the calends of February in the Roman calendar? Very good. Very good. Another expression to use, since prettier only helps us with another 3 days out of the month, we still have 24 or 25 to play around with. The other option is using, well, not option, but the other process that we use involves ante diem. Ante is a preposition that will always take accusative. So anything after ante will always be accusative, any word that follows it. So diem, obviously, is accusative. And then we have to figure out how many days we have until the next special day. So there's ante, diem, and then there's a Roman numeral, and then you say what the special day is that you're counting up to. In a way, it's a pretty optimistic way of dating, right? And to be fair, I think that this is a relatively human thing to do. Chances are when you woke up this morning, you thought it was Friday, but then you immediately realized, one more day until the weekend. Or maybe 2 days until lacrosse starts, or 3 days, whatever it is. Maybe you thought, if your birthday is in March, maybe you thought, oh man, it's March 3rd, only 8 days till my birthday. Something like that, right? We, I think as humans, tend to be very optimistically oriented when we think about what day we're on, you know? My kids are, too. They're always like counting up, okay, well, how many days until the weekend? How many days is it until this, special thing? How many? Oh, how many days? Oh, they said 11. And I'm like, what month are you in? Something like that, yeah. Okay, now, this whole counting business, in the previous slide, we said that you have to count up to the next special day. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, that's totally fine. I can count, right? Here's the thing. In Roman calendar keeping, we count inclusively, which means we start on the day that we're getting to, and that counts as one. And then you work your way backwards to where you are. In our American dating system, if I said, hey, it's March 3rd, how many days until the 7th? You guys would use simple math, right? And you'd be like 3 plus x equals 7, x equals 4. Because this is a fact I've known since I was a kid, right? 4 days until the 7th. But in the Roman system of dating, you actually have to start with the day that you're going to and count the day that you're in.
Oh, no, it's just space of 4. What are you talking about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, they start counting on the space there? I've never done that.
My brother always does that. He's
Wow.
like, you win an extra space.
They change it every time.
Wow, that's annoying. That's annoying. All right, so today is March 3rd. The next special day in our calendar is the Nones, which is on the 7th because March is a long month. So you start at the Nones, which is the 7th, and you count. Instead of subtract, you count up, or you add, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 days until our next special day. So today is, the way we would express it in our Roman calendar, today is not March 3rd. Today is Ante Diem 5, or V, Nonas Martias.
March 7th. 7th.
Sorry. Sorry. You know, you're the third class to see this and the first person to notice. I can always depend on Don for stuff like that. So if today is Ante Diem 5, what's tomorrow going to be?
Ante Diem IV.
IV, or 4, right, absolutely. Good. All right. So this is multiple choice on your screen. Tell me, which day is February 4th? So February 4th is not a special day. We have to get to the next special day. Yeah.
Oh, February.
Yeah. All right, let's see what you chose. Another Pear Deck improvement today. No more dots. You are correct. February 4th is literally the day before the Nones. So it's Pretiae Nonas Februarias. This actually begs an important distinction, though. The day before the special day is Pretiae. But if you wanted to count using the inclusive system of dating, and you wanted to do an Ante Diem phrase, you would do the special day the day before. So that's Ante Diem 2. Pretiae is the same thing as Ante Diem 2, which means Ante Diem 2 doesn't exist because Pretiae takes its place.
What Ante Diem 1? Would that just be the day?
The day is itself.
But then what's Ante Diem?
Nothing.
One day. Wait. How can you?
So it's the special day. The day before is technically 2. The day before that, that's when you have your Ante Diem 3 going. Does that make sense? You'll start to see it more in practice. 3, yeah. Yeah. Have fun, Rachel. Are you performing next period?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm taking my class then.
I won't be watching Rachel.
Let's try again.
Taekwondo is?
Hey, okay?
I'm sorry, Taekwondo. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
Period.
Yes, I'm watching that.
There's another multiple choice question for you about February 6th. We are beyond the Nones. We're counting up to something else now.
Wait, then when this? Which day? Oh, I know.
What's that?
When this one, the Ante Diem is what? Jackson.
The Nones have passed.
Yeah, but since Ante Diem 1 would be the day itself, then Ante Diem would be the day after. So
But ante doesn't mean after, it means before.
But it's a paradox.
All right. All right, Joe, let's see if you were right. We have some discrepancy here. We have some people choosing Ante Diem 8 before the Ides, or we have Ante Diem 6 before the Nones. As Joe said, we're already past the Nones. The Nones are in our dust. We are moving forward to the Ides. Make sense? So A is the correct answer, yes. Okay, you've had a couple of multiple choice opportunities, and now you get to write it in.
February
Wait, before you start your calculation, are we all collectively on this question going to use the Roman February or the American February? Roman, awesome. So use the Roman February, which is different from this grid.
No, isn't it going down? No, it's plural. Isn't it? Oh, yeah. What's Martius? Yeah, you just said what's Martius? What? What's Martius? No, that's not what I said. I thought it was 10.
All right, let's see what you did. We're going to lock it down.
It probably is.
All right. If you're going to write pretty A, my birthday, at least you can write my birthday in Latin. What's my birthday? Meum, because it has to be accusative following pretty A.
Meum anniversar.
What do we sing on birthdays?
Happy birthday.
Natalis. So make Natalis accusative.
Natalem.
Natalem. So pretty A, meum Natalem would be the day before my birthday. You seem divided.
I thought it was the 11th.
Okay. Shh. All right, Discipoli. Discipoli, can we... Shh. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hang on a second. Wait, Discipoli. If this were Roman February, this would be the 29th, the 30th, and then March 1st. So on February 21st, our next special day is March 1st. This is where we start counting. 1, 2, you can count with me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so answer the question again. See if that helps you to form it.
I got first try.
All right. I'm going to lock it down in quinque, quatuor, tres, duo, unus, finis. All right. We have a few, okay, we have some correct answers here. Good. Let's look at this one. Ante diem 11, xi, calendas martias. We are not counting to the calends of February because that's behind us. We're looking forward. You could abbreviate AD, but you got to count to the calends of March. Also, if you're counting toward the calends, this is accusative, and then that will be accusative too. So this one is close. It has ante diem 11, but all the dates are plural. So it has to be calendas, and then this has to have an adjective ending that's also accusative, feminine, and plural, so martias. This one's good. This one's good. Calendas, martias. Good. And then this should be this has a couple of extra syllables in it. Martias. Let's see if other people below these. Okay, so some of you are still kind of working out the kinks between ablative and accusative, but we're just counting toward it. All right. So a quick recap for you. This is sort of a truncated version of everything we just did. There are 12 months within the Roman year. Most of them had 30 days, except for the mnemonic of Julius, which changes our long months. There are 3 special days in each month. The special days are not Mondays. The special days are the calends, the nones, and the ides. They're on the 1st, the 5th or 7th, and the 13th or 15th. On the day itself, you're going to use an ablative expression to tell what time. And then if you're counting up to the next special day, then you want an accusative expression. Are there any questions so far? Really, I promise you, now it's the end of this. Can I go back? Yes. Sorry about that. You can trust it now. Yes, I wrote really. Yeah. Yes. You good, Noah? Okay. All right. Omne state. Brain break. Yes. Grab a new partner. Before you played letter spots, now you're going to do number spots, and you're going to do multiplication number spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to quickly touch 2 places on your own self. Your partner has to multiply the product. Can you get the lights? Omne sedate discipuli.
Operation Sneak into Asian Fest.
No, maybe because India is in Asia.
Discipuli. I have just passed out a blank calendar to each group. What I would like for you to do in your groups is to construct a calendar for 1 month out of the Roman year. You all get to start with March, April, May, June, July. No. Yeah, plot it out in the graph there. Latin. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Yeah, everything's Latin here.
Lower March. Oh, Jackson.
I feel like I'm on this. We're March, right? Your handwriting is right. Does it have to be a Roman holiday?
No, don't worry about that. It's not. Yeah, you're not. Don't worry. Just don't worry about it.
Do we have to write like the I to the nose or whatever in Latin?
Everything is in Latin on this.
Yo, is Swivl? Whoa.
Yes.
Is that a holiday?
Hi, Swivl.
No, it's not. Don't worry about this. Just do the dates. That's what I want you to do.
Okay.
Wait, is this with the oblative or Maius?
Yes. Yes.
Do we actually get extra credit?
No.
Is that it? Is that what
American.
Well, no. A month has 30 days. You have to label everything.
Ooh, okay, alright.
Yeah.
Alright,
In general, just so you know, the Romans did not use Roman numerals on their calendar.
Really? What they use?
Ante Diem 5
sorry.
and Pretty A and things like that. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
exactly.
We were just doing this so that we could see it easily.
Well, you're going to have to...
Ridley, I didn't realize you were doing that to fill in the calendar.
No, I was putting it. Then we were gonna do it. I wasn't just putting Roman numerals.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna do that and then
If I were you, I would start with the 3 significant days and then work your way around them.
And then the day before that is when I starts with a P.
Yep.
It's the
Good.
You see to put calendar. Do we have to put the month too? Do we just write?
No, you have to write the month too.
I guess.
Do we just do the month or no?
Yes, of course.
But if it's April, if somebody's looking at an April calendar, they're never gonna be like, I think it's in March now.
2, 3, 4, 5 things recording for when you're watching this.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. The Romans did not use Roman numerals on their calendar like this.
So should we just do the...
Yeah, they only used them to count down the days.
Okay, so should we just use ante...
Yeah, use all that stuff.
Okay,
Yep.
so don't...
Yeah, it's sort of your inclination because that's how you mark time. You're like, well, this is the second day of the month, this is the third, but they didn't do it that way. So you have to build it.
Like for...
My race wasn't good enough?
Do we have to write ante diem? Is it still Roman numerals, or is
Yes.
it just
Yes,
counting things?
but they don't have a Roman numeral in the corner and then ante diem. They just had the ante diem phrase.
Ante diem XI or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. If I were you, I would start with, okay, you start with the 3 dates. Now, what's the other easy thing to do? The pretty A's. So you have 6 big days, and now do 3 big days, now 3 pretty A days.
Pretty A's.
No. Come help me.
The Ides.
Yeah, the Idibus.
Idibus.
Maius.
Good. So the 3 special dates are the easiest. What else is going to be easier?
Pretty A days.
Exactly. So do pretty A's next.
Pretty A.
Okay, and then that would be Idibus.
I think it's. Would that be the ending?
Because it's on the day.
Are there 2 I's there or 1?
2.
There should be 2. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I just didn't know what your handwriting
Oh,
had.
okay, sorry. I wrote
No need to apologize.
Because it's on the day.
Do you want to let Megumi write?
You do need the month too. You need the month expressed on each of the days? Okay.
I'll be going through in a line, but...
Okay. It's fourth declension. Yep.
Is it Dylan?
Is it so? Us,
Wait, when you're
us,
counting, do you count this one too as you're counting
u,
backwards? Ante,
uam.
or no, this is ante diem 3. Because it never goes to ante diem 2. It's always.
Yeah.
So ante diem 2 is pre-days.
Pretty A.
Or pre-days.
Yeah.
So this is ante diem 2, ante 5, 6.
Wait. What'd you say? This is ante diem what?
3.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Just so you know, there's no S at the end. It's just pretty A. And then what are you counting up to?
The Nodus Mortius.
Wait.
It's accusative.
Very
No
good.
nem.
Very
No.
good.
Blank is
What declension does it belong to?
You're being mean to me. I'm trying my best.
You have it in your notes,
I'm
remember?
doing all the work.
You have it in your notes.
Oh, it's first. So
Excuse.
No, Crassus is the guy.
How do you say cheese in Latin?
How do you say what? Cheese. Kaisus.
Isis, not Crassus.
Yeah. I'm like, was the guy named after cheese? No.
Hang on. Ante diem 2 doesn't exist.
Oh, it's pretty A. Pretty A.
Pretty A.
Pretty A. And then
Look how
that's
it's spelled.
still accusative.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Why is it so glowing? That's so weird.
Yeah, I know.
Dawn, come here.
Wait, just rewrite this.
Which one?
That right
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Rewrite that right there.
This one?
No, mine. And then this is on the end. Yeah.
So then, that's fourth declension. So what's the fourth declension accusative?
Us, ooey, ooh.
Okay, so it's ooh.
Wait, hold on. Now the plurals.
Oh, the plural, not.
Oos, ibus. Yes, very good.
Yeah, so it'd be known as.
Hang on 1 second. What declension does idos belong to?
I don't know. Four.
Yes. So if you're making it accusative, it's not going to be IUM. What is it going to be? That's genitive plural? Oos. There you go. Good. No, you'll finish it on Monday. Discipuli Tempus Fugit in Latina, class A. Enjoy your weekend. We will finish these calendars on Monday. Yeah, have somebody in your group keep that calendar, please. Muchas gracias, Discipulis.